Hi everyone, in this video we will discuss about synchronous generator constructional features and types of rotor. Previous video we have discussed about the principle and operation of synchronous generator. Synchronous generator is operates on which principle? Electromagnetic induction principle. So based on that principle, synchronous generator will operates. So coming to the constructional features of synchronous generator, so it consisting of two parts. One is stator and another one is rotor. So stator is having armature winding. Stator is stationary part. That's what armature winding is, stationary. So next one, rotor is having field winding. Rotor is a rotating part in synchronous generator. That's what field winding will rotate in the synchronous generator. So next one, first we will see about stator, and next we will see about rotor and different types of rotors used in the synchronous generator. So coming to the stator consisting of a cast iron frame which houses the armature core having slots on its inner periphery for accommodating the armature conductors, and it is called the stator. So stator is made up of cast iron material, so which is having armature core, and it consisting of different number of slots. So in the slot we are placing the armature conductors we are placing. So coming to the entire next point, and the entire structure is held in steel frame. That is one steel frame will be there. That is the outer part of the synchronous generator. So that is made up of steel. Next one, the rotating field cuts the core of the stator continuously, hence EMF will produce in armature conductors. So once rotor rotates continuously, so that the magnetic flux will cut by the armature conductors or armature winding. So according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction principle, EMF will produce. So what is the electromagnetic induction principle is, whenever conductor cuts the magnetic flux, EMF will produce in that conductor according to that principle. So here EMF will produce in synchronous generator. So once rotates, once synchronous generator starts rotates, so here losses will produce. So these losses are two types. One is core losses and iron losses. Core losses are iron loss. One more is second one is copper losses. So core losses are again two types. One is hysteresis and eddy current losses. So here core losses are how we will minimize. How we are minimizing the core losses. So by laminating the core of the synchronous generator, so we are minimizing the eddy current losses. So this is about stator. So we will see the cross-sectional diagram of the synchronous generator. So this is a cross-sectional view of the synchronous generator. So already we have discussed about it's having two parts. One is stator, another one is rotor. So this part is the stator, and this part is rotor. This part will rotate. So here we can see this one stator. So here this one is rotor, and the stator is having core, and it's having slots here. This is the slots here. This one is so slots. So these dots represents the armature coils. So once this field there is a rotor is having field winding. The field magnets is rotates. So this magnetic flux will produce in field magnets. So this magnetic flux will cut the armature conductors continuously. So armature conductors here, these are the armature conductors. So once this field winding will rotate, so armature conductor will cut the magnetic flux here EMF will produce. EMF will produce. That EMF we are taking out from the three-phase supply. So this EMF we are giving to the transformer, then it will go to load. So this is the cross-sectional view of the synchronous generator. Next we will see about types of slots using in synchronous generator. So next so here we are using three different type of slots. One is wide open type slot, semi-closed type slot, closed type slots. So what are the differences and what are the drawbacks of these slots we will discuss now. So this is a wide open type, this is a semi-open type, this is a fully closed type. So here, so this type of slots are having some drawbacks. What are the drawbacks? Here, so since it is a wide open type, the maximum amount of flux will passes through the conductors. Here, the reluctance of the coil will increase. The reluctance of the coil will increase. What is meant by reluctance here? Which is oppose the creation of magnetic flux. So that's what here the slot is having drawback. Next one, semi-open type or semi-closed type slots. So these type of slots are the reluctance is very less compared to wide open type slot, and this type of slots are maximum number of generators we are using. So another type of slots, closed type slots. The drawback of this slot is whenever winding is damaged in synchronous generator, so we cannot we cannot replace the winding easily. So we need some time to replace this winding, and also so if you want to rewinding these type of slots, we need skilled persons. So ordinary people cannot do rewinding when the synchronous generator is having closed type slots. So these are the different number of slots using in synchronous generator. Next we will see the types of rotors. So coming to the rotors, so synchronous generator is having two types of rotors. One is silent pole type rotor and the non-silent pole type rotor. So silent pole type rotor here, so we can also call projected pole type rotor. Why it is? So the poles are projected outer surface of the rotor. This is the surface of the rotor. The poles are projected outer surface of the rotor. That's what this type of rotors are also known as projected pole type rotor. This type of rotors are having maximum number of poles. So P is more and the speed is less. So here we know that Ns is equal to 120 F by P, right? So according to that formula, when number of poles are increases, the synchronous speed will decrease. So this type of rotors are having 30 to 36 number of poles, and this type of rotors are rotates at 50 to 500 RPM speed, right? So this type of rotors are especially used for hydroelectric generators. So since having number of poles, so this type of rotors are suitable for hydroelectric generators, right? So next we'll see about another type of rotor, that is non-silent pole type rotor. So this type of rotor we can also call it as a smooth cylindrical type rotor. So since the surface of the rotor is smooth, so that's what you can also call it as a smooth cylindrical type rotor, right? So coming to this poles, the poles are projected in the surface of the rotor. See here, these poles are projected in the surface of the rotor. So these type of rotors are having less number of poles, and this type of rotors are rotated at high speed. So here poles are less, the speed is more. So this type of rotors are having 2 to 4 number of poles. 2 to 4, 2 or 4 number of poles. So this type of rotors are rotates at 1500 to 3000 RPM, 3000 RPM, right? So next one, this type of rotors are suitable for turbo generators. These turbo generators are using in thermal power plants, right? So sometimes in examination they will ask you to write the differences between silent pole and non-silent pole type rotors. We have to explain these points, right? So in next video, so we'll see about armature winding terminology and EMF equations. So please watch these videos and comment your opinion. So and also submit your assignments before due date. Thank you.